Hey guys, welcome back to Bush Camp. Just hanging out with one of my favorite books, Plants of the Pacific Northwest Coast. I do enjoy a field guide for the area I'm at. This one's one of my favorites. Today we're gonna go foraging. What are we foraging for? We're foraging for stinging nettle. Let's go identify some. Let's go. Ooh, I see it right up ahead. I see what we're looking for. Right there. Here's one. Why are you looking for stinging nettle? You know what, you guys? That's a very good question. Stinging nettle is super nutritious. It grows wild all over the place, all over the states, you guys. They have different varieties, all of the same packed nutrients. So we want to identify our wild edibles. There you go. Right there. And what we're after are these nice, tender leaves at the top. Those are the leaves that we're after. We're gonna make some tea out of them. We're gonna dry some out. You know what? We'll make tea out of it today for you. Some fresh nettle tea. Yum. So good. I like mine with just a little bit of honey. Oh yeah. Let's get another look. Let's get another look. See how their leaves are direct opposites from each other's? And right underneath there, we have these little tiny hairs. They're like little tiny spikes, little epidermic needles made out of silica that put it in a poison. It's not deadly. It will give you a nasty little rash, itch, be very unpleasant. It ought to go away within 24 hours. Why are we looking for it though? We're looking for it because we want to harvest this top because it's super high in nutrients. Take scissors. Put that piece into the basket. I know plenty of other people that will gather wild edibles like this. Here's stinging nettle. Somehow they're getting it up right underneath just right and pinching it. Got a friend of mine that does that. Always very impressed with that. See all these little tiny spikes on there? They're like little itty bitty tiny little needles, silicone needles that have a little poison that goes into your skin and it give you a little rash. I don't know if you guys can see that, but I rubbed up against one and I got myself right here, and it will give you a little red bumps where it got you, and it itches. It don't last too long enough for it to be irritating, that's for sure yet, but that's just its way of protecting itself. It's nature's way of making sure that it's able to keep on going and living and Why are we concerned at all about gathering this? Because it's a wild edible that's really high in nutrients. Okay, we have some stinging nettle right here. Brought my fancy scissors. Fancy scissors. Yeah. They're used for cutting like pretty edges on paper, but they got a little groove in there so I can chop it and still hold it without accidentally cutting it. So here we go. Here's the top. This is what we're going to be making some tea out of. These nice young shoots. Very delicious. I like to pick them early enough so they don't get too bitter. They'll get a little bit bitter later on in the year. So, alright, so let's get another chop right here. You know what's interesting about these ones? You catch them early enough in the spring, they got just the tiniest bit of purple running through them. It's pretty. Always try to be careful about rubbing up against it. It got me earlier. I rubbed up against it, okay? And it kind of gave me a couple little bumps right here. It don't hurt any. It's kind of itchy and irritating, but it'll go away after a while. It ain't gonna hurt you now, none. You'll be okay. So we'll get a couple more. We'll put that guy in there. Let's get one up close a little bit so y'all can see. Alright. So there's not as many spikes on this side, but you can see them going all up the stem here. They're like little itty bitty hypodermic needles made out of silica. And they'll just put in a little bit of a poison on you. It's an acid. Irritates your skin. That's nature's way of stopping other animals from eating such a nutritious, highly nutritious, packed full of vitamins right there. So we're just gonna harvest a couple more here and head back to the house and make some tea. You know where I like to have my nettle tea? In a garden. A little bit of honey and the tea in the garden and a nice quiet area. Oh, doesn't that sound lovely? I think that sounds lovely. So we got a decent little basket full here. Let's get a look. Yeah. Once they're heated, they're no longer going to give you a rash. So if you make tea out of them, or if you steam them like spinach, you'll be good to go. And the deers, they like it. They'll indulge on it a bit, but then they'll regret it. Got that little bit of purple in there. So we got calcium, iron, vitamin Bs. I mean, it's just like hard to remember them all. I mean, it's chock full of nutrients, you guys. Full. Let's go back and make a cup of tea. Let's go, you guys. Oh, a nice, lovely, quiet spot in the garden to enjoy some nettle tea. It's got a little bit of licoricey flavor, some light dandelion. A greeny type flavor, like spinachy. Oh, that is so good. And then that little touch of honey, because we all like everything a little bit sweet. Oh. Oh, you want some? Okay, here you go. Give it a go. Here, ready? No? Not your flavor, huh? Alright. You don't know what you're missing. Chocked full of nutrients and vitamins. Sure you don't want to taste?